competition? Like it's going to be a build-in for starting center?
I mean, if that's what people want to call it, I just think we've competed for minutes. I wouldn't say the starting job is the thing we should be competing for.
There are a lot of minutes though, baby.
Yeah, if I said a lot of minutes, I think you could start and, like, no offense, Zaza started, but he didn't finish games, so I want to be the guy who finishes and not the guy who starts it, so that's what I'm going for.
Guys get to go up against each other in this practice?
A little bit. I mean, we don't have to be big, so we split them out on each team, but we didn't play that much today, but we got out there a little bit today.
Jordan, what are the 3 or 4 things maybe you learned in your rookie season that you know you can apply going into this season that you weren't sure about last year?
I mean, I know the schedule now, so I know how to take care of my body, what to expect, time management, and then I guess just being a pro. Just being even more of a pro than I was last year, learning from all that.
When you say being a pro, what do you mean?
I don't know. I think that like defines itself. Just being a pro, like showing up on time, not making rookie mistakes. Like I said, I know what the schedule is now, so I should know exactly where to be, what time to be there, things like that. What's expected of me.
Beyond just being a pro, how much better of a basketball player do you feel like you are since training camp day 1 last year?
I'm a way better basketball player. Obviously, just from the fact that I got to play in the NBA experience for 1 whole year. Also the work I put in this summer. That's the thing I always pride myself on, is being better than I was last year.
You tried to, you said that you wanted to be way more consistent last year. How do you feel like you started that this season with your consistency?
Like I said, I just know what to expect now. So like, everything's not brand new to me this year. Like, I know in practice I got to go hard. I'm a young guy. I got to be the first one in like doing drills. I know they expect me to like go to hardest practice, bring the energy and things like that.
Was there a level of like you had a weight off your shoulder coming into this season, knowing that you know what to expect?
Yeah, I would say a little bit, just because like I said last year, like everything's thrown in your face.
Or at least being more comfortable.
More comfortable, yeah, more comfortable. Like today, I wasn't all jittery, like looking at KD and stuff and Draymond like I did last year. Like today, it was just like, I see these guys all the time, so it was more natural this year.
How were you last year? Were you stargazing last year?
Yeah, I was very stargazed. I was just watching them in the finals a couple months ago, and I was standing next to them warming up with them. So last year I was very stargazed, but now like it's just Wardell, Day-Day, and KD. Yeah.
It's kind of like sounds strange. Did you like know there was that level of basketball that you played in the West Finals? Like that there was a level of basketball that high, and then how eye-opening was the West Finals?
Yeah, I think the Western Conference Finals was the most competitive basketball I've ever played. Like I've never had to experience any competition that was like that tough, where like literally every single play counts. Turnovers like can make or break the whole game. So that was definitely a good experience.
The crowds too.
I mean, the crowds, I kind of blacked out the crowds, but yeah, just as far as like the atmosphere and things like playoff basketball atmosphere, yeah.
Is that those particular maybe 14 days of your life? Is that maybe the most development you can have just from a mental standpoint in basketball?
Yeah, definitely. Just especially since I got to play in those games, I think that's like I said, 14 days. That's something like you can't teach that. You can't try to go out here and like try to imitate it like you have to play in that type of moment.
You said that you are developing your 12-footer and your jump shot.
Yeah.
How much more comfortable are you this year than you were last year?
I'm very comfortable, just because I know last year like all the plays, trying to learn all that, trying to learn personnel on my team, how people like where they want the ball at, things like that, how to set screens this year. I know how to do those. Almost took out $220 million, man. But now like, I know the spots, so I got to learn how to try to score in those spots.
So you're not thinking as much as you did last
I'm not thinking, more like reacting, finding open spots, yeah.
Game 1, quarter 1, you're open for a 15-footer. I mean, is that going up?
Yeah, if I'm open. I mean, if KD and Steph not open, Clay not open, yeah. Then if I'm the only one open, yeah.
How many pull-up threes are you shooting this year?
Pull-up threes? I'm gonna have
it. Was Summer League Jordan Bell gonna be?
No, that was Summer League. We had a hold. I didn't have Steph Curry next to me, so I was asked to score more. But obviously, I know what my role is on the team. I'm just trying to extend it more and more every year.
What stuff does Steph help you with when you look at last year, maybe even the guy?
Just I think my thing on defense. When I first got here, I was really jittery, and my feet were always moving. And he told me like his rookie year, or first couple of years, he was doing the same thing, and he learned just to like calm down, relax, and just play defense. Like don't worry about. You can't get to relax when you're playing defense. You can't be all energized because like people are reading your feet. They getting the beat like you keep doing this. Eventually, when it's like they gonna see the timing and all that. So he's like, just relax. Try to be, I guess, not on beat. I guess what's the word. I don't know, but like just don't keep doing the same thing. Switch it up a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Guys have talked about losing the presence of D West. For you, I mean, what do you miss? What will you miss? How did he help you, and what will you miss about him not being here?
D West, to me, personally, he was like a coach on the bench with us. He's always had something to say about every single player, good or bad. And he's a vet, so he's been here a long time. So every time he talks, like a play happened, you would see me just do this just to like try to read his lips, just see what kind of input. If I don't understand something, I'm always looking at him because I know he's gonna comment on it in some way. So definitely gonna miss out a lot about him. And then also he just tried to help us simplify the game as much as possible. Obviously with the way we play with Steph, we call it controlled chaos. So for me, like being a rookie last year, it's trying to hard going from like a set system to us where we just play basketball. So he tried to help me simplify things like that. So we definitely will miss that about him.
How did Jordan, Steph was saying yesterday, like one way the obvious of going to win the title again, keep the guys engaged, like setting mini goals for each other. Like, have you talked to the guys about that whole idea?
I mean, he'll talk to me personally. Maybe some of the like the guards and stuff, like more people he's around. I know me and KD have talked about stuff like that and Draymond, but I haven't talked to Steph about it.
How did you work on your game, trying to get better, expand your game while knowing the limits you have with this offense?
Yeah, just figuring out like the drills I do. I wasn't doing crazy drills like 30 million in and out, and then pull up. Like I'm just trying to focus on scoring on ways that actually we're going to score in the game. So pick and rolls, corner shots, different type of screens to get out, and then going to the basket, different finishes and things like that. I mean, he's getting better every day. The last 2 weeks, he's been working out with me and DJ, like little drills that we do. He's getting healthy. I mean, he can still shoot, still can handle the ball. Obviously, he's not 100% healthy yet, but every day you can tell he's getting a little better and better.
More advanced than you were expecting. You probably heard.
Yeah, definitely. Like people kept saying like he wasn't gonna play until February or March, but I mean, he's moving pretty good right now, so I don't know.
As he's been talking about, I mean, obviously he's not going to come back to game one.
Not yet. I didn't even talk to him about that. I understand like going through energy, even rehabbing since February. So I don't want to, I guess, get his hopes up. So I don't want him to even have to bring that up. So like when we talk, it's about like live or him just like helping me with like little tips and stuff like that during basketball.
How bad did your injury last year sort of sidetrack or derail your own development? You missed a bunch of weeks.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I mean, obviously it's 6 months. 6 weeks you can't hoop. But I think that was a learning moment for me. Like I said, coming back, things weren't going as easy for me as they were before. So I had to learn to kick it into extra gear that I guess my body and I wasn't really used to doing. But now I'm trying to stay consistent with that same energy and that same pace like that. So I think it was a blessing in disguise.